on yet. So I'm just gonna relax and crochet until I see anybody come on. We can enjoy the nice bird sounds. Oh, I think I see somebody's on. Hello. Just relaxing, listening to the birds, working on a project. Couldn't really ask for anything more than that. You have to tell me what the weather's like where you are. It is beautiful right now. It's in like the low 70s. The sun's going in. It's nice and cool. There's a breeze. I could not have asked for a better day for this. We are getting a heat advisory for Tuesday though. They were saying that it's gonna be really miserable on Tuesday. Oh, we're up to 3 people in here. I didn't know if this was gonna be something someone showed up for or not. Just figured either way, we could listen to the birds, relax, crochet. If anybody wants to let me know what they're working on, I think that's pretty cool. Oh, Linda's here. Hi, Linda. What did she say? Crochet in the Woods has given me a new habit. I start each sunny morning outside doing some yarn work. I love it. Thank you. Oh, thanks for sharing that. It is nice to be outside. It's really nice to enjoy, you know, the fresh air and the beautiful days. I'm glad that you are doing that now. You're going outside and getting to enjoy that. That's really awesome. Oh, we're up to 6 people. How's everybody doing? Is anybody else outside right now? I'm polishing up a Tunisian in the round cowl. Oh, you'll have to show me a picture of that when you're done. I'd love to see it. I see a no for outside. I don't want to butcher your name. I'm sorry. I'll just say GR because those are the 2 capital letters. Oh, Jessie, how are you? That reminded me I wanted to send you an email, Jessie. I just forgot. I've been doing some pre-recording for Christmas things. I'm going to do a Christmas Advent crochet along, and I've been working on getting each step done. I want to get that done in June and have them all scheduled to go in December, just because the fall and, you know, Christmas time gets so busy for us at our house. I have to do it earlier than that if I'm going to do it. So I was all caught up in that today. I was pre-recording Christmas stuff today. but I do want to send you an email. So the idea for the Christmas crochet along, I came up with a pattern, and it's like an advent calendar. So in late, and I already pre-recorded this one too, in late November, I tell you what you would need for this crochet along so that you can have it ready. And then I give you one clue each day in December from day 1 to 23. And then I think on day 24, we put the whole thing together, and I'll put uh, a PDF version of the pattern in my description so that you can have that pattern to do it again if you were interested. But it's kind of fun. There's like a little bit of mystery to it because you're not going to know after the first few days what you're making yet. And I don't say ahead of time what it is. I just say what you need for it. And then each day you get a different clue. But those kind of things I definitely have to plan ahead of time. I have 2 teenage boys that are both in marching band. And if any of you are parents of kids in marching band, you know it's a real time commitment. And I finally have one who's driving, but here in Pennsylvania, you have to have your permit 6 months before you can have your license. And so he's not eligible until late October to get his license. So even though he can drive, he can't drive by himself. So I still have to do all the running around, even if I'm not the driver. So it's just a busy time, and that's fine. I'm really proud of them, and I'm really happy that they're in activities and that they're doing things. It just is very busy for moms when they're doing that. They're both on a swim team right now, so we start the meets this coming week. So twice a week we'll have meets, and they have practices every day. So busy but good for them. You know, it keeps them out of trouble when they're in activities. So what else is everybody working on? Linda's working on a Tunisian cowl. I think that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see how that turns out. Anybody else working on something, just relaxing and crocheting with me? Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. We're really just relaxing, working on projects. I have no agenda of anything to talk about, just listening to the birds and relaxing. Jessie said she's working on a crochet shawl. Nice. I switched between that and the knit one. I saw your knit one in your video. Very pretty. It looks like you're getting pretty good at knitting, Jessie. Oh, did you guys hear the woodpecker? Last week I was talking about how we had woodpeckers. We'll see if it does it again. If you hear like a da-da-da-da-da-da right there, that's a woodpecker. Oh, now it's not doing it. Deborah said, letting my hands rest, I crocheted most of the day and weeded the garden. I'm making a small dog blanket for Brenda's Knots and Loops local shelter. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've heard that those can be really good for the animals because they can get their own smell on it, and then they can take it with them when they get placed in a home. I have not done that, but I have heard about how good it is for the animals to have that. Jessie said, thank you. I'm getting more comfortable with it. Yes, I hear it. Oh, good. You could hear it. I didn't know if you could hear it. And then, of course, I was talking over it, too. And the owl is out today, too. They're all showing off for you today. Last week I talked about them and they were too shy, and this week I didn't say a word about them and they all came out. Deborah said, I just used some chunky yarn I was probably going to donate. Oh, okay. Okay, nice. Nice. I am working with a chunky weight right now, so if you see me really struggling, oh. I'm using an L hook right now, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't have gotten a bigger hook. There's that same motorcycle from last week. They must be on some kind of schedule. They were in our live last week. And like I said before, I really don't have any agenda of anything to talk about. Oh, that's what you used, was an L hook. Yeah, I don't usually use a hook this big, but now I'm wondering if I shouldn't have picked up a bigger one. Linda said, anyone visiting Joann in your area for discounted yarn, my local store has an extra 20% off red tagged yarn. That's good to know. So I've been hearing things about Joann's, but I haven't gone and actually seen it. Are they closing? I know that they just went through a bankruptcy, and I thought they were saying they weren't going to close, but are they just kind of doing a big sale like Hobby Lobby likes to do, or are they closing, or are they changing things up? I don't know. What is the deal with that? I haven't been following. I have seen that other people have been talking about it, but I haven't had a chance to go on and listen to what they were saying. I went to my Hobby Lobby, and I don't know if they either did not have much on sale or if I was just way past it, but their shelves were perfectly stocked. There was one small area that had clearance items, so I got some stuff, but I didn't really get much, not compared to what I did last year. Jessie said, I'm curious what you're making too. Are you using the banana fiber yarn? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Linda said the cashier said they were going private. Suppliers are overloading them with inventory now. What does that mean, going private? Jessie said, I haven't checked out Joann's lately, but would like to see if they have some discounted yarn. I should go to mine. I'm actually, I don't live super close to one, But I went to my eye doctor's last week and I'm getting new glasses. They're due to come in this coming week. And the eye doctor is right next to where Joann's is. So I should stop in there after I pick up my new glasses and see what's going on with that Joann's. Because now I want to see if they're having good sales on stuff. I definitely want to take advantage. So yes, Jessie, I am doing the banana fiber yarn now. I'm in the middle of working on a video to come out tomorrow morning about the banana fiber, because I don't want to just like be a channel that just shows yarn and says, hey, look at this wonderful yarn. Hey, I want to actually use it and show. Oh, not a public company. Okay. I want to be able to show what you can make with it. I did buy the banana yarn myself. This wasn't what they gave me. But yeah, I showed the yarn again, and I showed how it worked up in crochet. I showed how it worked up in knitting, and now I'm going to do a project with it and show how it looks in a project. So this is the banana fiber yarn. I've never had it before. I've heard of other content creators talking about it, so I was really curious about it. It's hard to describe because it's very coarse, very roving, but even though it's like thick and coarse, it's not scratchy. You know, it's kind of soft. I think I'm a little bit tangled up here, but you can see how roving it is. It's like really skinny here, and then it gets really thick over here. And it's a little bit difficult to work with. It was actually much easier. See, yeah, I got a little knot there, but that's okay. It was much easier to knit with than it was to crochet with, but what I want to make looks better crocheted. If you hear the popping, I actually thought maybe they were done. I don't know what's going on, but one of my neighbors all day has been setting off fireworks. I don't know, why would you set off fireworks during the day? You can't even see them. So I hadn't heard them doing it in a while, so when I came out here, I thought, oh, it must be over. But now they must have taken a break for dinner, and now they're just doing it again. It's over and over and over. So if it's like bothering anybody, I could probably go inside and we can just pick up with what we're doing from inside. So just let me know if it's starting to get to anybody. It's not anything violent or anything. They're just setting off fireworks for whatever reason, and they've been doing it all day. It's kind of strange to me. Yeah, but I'll have strong muscles in my arm after working with this banana fiber yarn. I thought, like, when you see a picture of it, it's hard to tell if like how it would work up. So I was like, would you make clothing with it? What would you make with it? And you only get 30 yards of it per skein that you get. And so their normal price is $15 a skein for it. So it's pretty expensive. They were having a sale, which is why I tried it out. I don't know. Maybe a Father's Day tradition? Maybe. I didn't even think of that. But Jessie said that somebody in her neighborhood's been doing it too. Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't thought about that, but maybe they do it. Maybe they do it for Father's Day. It's just so strange that it's nonstop too. Like, how much money did you spend to get all those fireworks? Sorry, I'm a little bit tangled up here. I'm trying to see if I can figure out where I am. So I don't think, even if I could get enough yardage, I don't think I would make clothing with this. I don't think I would make a shirt or anything with this yarn. I think, where am I here? I Googled what to make with banana fiber yarn, and one of the things was a basket, and this probably would make a good basket. That's not what I'm making, but I think if you had enough yardage, the reason I didn't go into detail on the video that I'm putting out tomorrow, but the reason why I didn't go with a basket was because when I ordered the banana fiber yarn, it was like a mystery box where you don't know what colors you're getting or anything like that. And I got some wildly different colors, and I wasn't sure, like, to make a basket with all those different colors. I just wasn't sure about it. So yeah, I am really tangled up here. I caked it up, but here we go. I think I finally worked through the tangle. If that popping is bothering anybody, just let me know. I'm gonna stay here for as long as I can, but if it's bothering anybody, I will go in. Have any of you ever tried banana fiber yarn? Just curious what other people have made with it. Not, Linda has not tried it. I don't know that I've heard of it. I hadn't heard of it either until a few months ago when I saw another YouTuber talking about it and using it. And I think they made a shawl with it. It came with a pattern for a shawl, but I don't really wear shawls. And this would be a heavy shawl because this yarn weighs a ton. It's very heavy. And again, it's expensive too. 30 yards for 15 bucks. Oh my gosh. I got it on sale, but still. Is it washable? I have to go on their site to look. And my guess is no, maybe hand washable, because when I got these, they were in hanks and there was no tag with it. So I have to go on their website to look that up. So I guess that would be another reason probably not to make it into clothing, but this is so thick and heavy, I don't think it would even make good clothing. But that's a good question. My guess would be no, not washable. This really feels like it's hand spun too, the way it curls and everything. It's yeah, I don't see myself buying it again in the future. It was just one of those novelty things that I wanted to try. So, tried it. I'm gonna show it on my channel and then be done with it. Pillow cover, chair pad. Yeah, those are good suggestions. Chair pad, I could see. A pillow cover, let me see. Yeah, I think it would be soft enough for that. You would, this is like the beginning of what I'm making. It looks really cool. It's really difficult to work with. And I wonder, like a regular sized pillow, I think they're what, 18 by 18, like one that you put on your couch? Am I thinking right? I think they're 18 by 18. So I wonder how much of this you would need. How many yards? It probably would. It would make like a really chunky, fuzzy pillow. And it's not, it's pretty soft. Yeah, I think basket, because this is certainly like thick enough for a basket too. Chair pad too, yeah, that would be cool. I'm trying to think what else. They suggested a cowl. I think it would be heavy. You could probably make a scarf with it and a hat. It didn't suggest clothing. Deborah said it looks neat, but I'll pass. Yeah, I'm gonna pass after this one. It was just one of those things I really wanted to try. Sometimes you try something and it's like, boy, this is the best thing ever, and then other times you try something, it's like, yeah, I don't need to do that again. But I do want to have something at the end of this, after all this trial and error. Oh, these stitches. I need to sit up a little, sorry. I started sliding down my chair. Someone has a campfire going. I can smell it. It smells good. Deborah said, I've slid off the couch, now on the floor, petting the old dog. Aw. We don't have any pets. I think that the animals in the woods are enough. We see lots of deer from our back door. There's a few cats that live in our woods. I saw it last night. Last night my husband used the smoker and made some pulled pork for us. And we ate out on the back table. And last night we have a Ring camera. And last night I saw the cat come up on our table and kind of, I guess, looking for leftovers from what we had for dinner. So I feel like 2 teenage boys is enough. I don't need another responsibility. He did a nice job with it too. A lot of times I don't like pulled pork sandwiches because I feel like even with the barbecue sauce on them, I feel like they're dry. But his was not dry at all. His tasted really good. I can't tell where my round ends on this. I'm stuck. I think it's right here. She's all I have, and she's on her last leg. Aw, I'm sorry, Deborah. I'm not against having pets. I'm sorry. I just don't have any right now. Do you crochet stuff for your dog, Deborah? I think, Jessie, have I heard from your videos that you have cats? Am I thinking correctly? I think I've heard you talk about your cats before, getting into your yarn and stuff. She's almost 16 and a half. Oh no, she's very furry. Aw. What kind of dog? A big dog? A little dog? Medium mixed mutt. Aw. 16 and a half. That's pretty good. Did you have the dog? I didn't hear if you said he or she. Did you have the dog its whole life? And then Jessie said, yes, we have 2 cats. We used to have 2 dogs also, but they passed a little over a year ago. They were both almost 15 years old. Wow. Wow. That must have been sad. And then to lose them both. The school I work for had a service dog, and that service dog was, I think that he was 12, and then he passed away this year. A lot of the kids were really sad. They're gonna get another service dog for our school then. Deborah said she's been with us from weeks old. Very, very sad. She's amazing. I bet. And it must be really nice to have them from baby up. Yeah, that was hard. They passed 3 months of each other. They were best buddies. Oh, I'm sorry. Man, this thing, look at how it's getting all curled up on itself. Oh man. Yeah, definitely not my favorite yarn to work with. But just had to try it. Yes, Jesse, it is. Jesse said it looks difficult to work with. I'm having a difficult time with it. I tried a knitted swatch and it was actually a lot easier to work with when it was knitted, but I didn't like how the stitch looked as much. I really liked it a lot better how it looked crocheted. So that's why I'm using the crochet instead of knitting. It was hard. I'm not I'm not a super experienced knitter. I've been just trying stuff here and there, and I haven't knitted in a while. But I've never knitted with yarn that was this roving before, and the stitches just looked, where it was thinner, it looked like there was a hole in it. It didn't look good. And then the thicker places, it was really hard to see the stitch. I'm just trying to think of how. Oh, Deborah said it's been fun. I'll see you next time my pizza is ready. Pizza, yum! Enjoy your pizza. Thanks for stopping in. It was really nice to just relax with you here. Take care. Yeah, so I just didn't like how it looked as much knitted, although it was a lot easier to deal with this yarn with knitting needles. I'm just hoping I can finish this project tonight because I really wanted to put the video up tomorrow. I appreciate you guys coming in and just hanging out. It's kind of fun just to not have an agenda and relax, not feel the pressure of, oh, we got to talk about all these serious issues. I want to forget about all the serious stuff and just relax and have fun and enjoy the craft. I shouldn't say it, but I haven't heard any. It is fun to hang out, Jesse. I appreciate you've been coming each week. That's fun. Sometimes I really wish I could hang out with you guys in real life. I think it would be so much fun to have like a crocheting club where we could do that. I kept thinking of starting one here, but I can't find people to do that with. I was gonna say, I shouldn't say it, but I haven't heard any popping noises in a while. Itchy nose. Yeah, that would be awesome. I think you'd be a lot of fun to hang out with, Jesse. Hey, maybe next week you could go live with me. Would you want to do something like that, Jesse? I don't think I have it set up for go live together for this one, but But I'd be happy to have you come on here with me. We could do like a double screen. Well, I'll send you an email. We could talk about that and the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, I'm getting attacked. Bug. Yay! Jessie said she'd do it next week. Woohoo! Everybody is nervous going live. I'm still nervous. I feel like, what if I don't know what to say? What if something goes wrong? What if you get attacked by a bug? This is a pain. I'm hoping I could figure out the technical part of it all too. Have you ever done a live before, Jessie? Have you ever been in a live before? No, okay. So one thing that you do need to do, it takes them about a day to set up going live. So what you want to do is go to the bar where you like would post a video or something and go live and then hit it. It's not going to make you go live. It's going to take you to a screen where it says we will we'll set that up for you. It'll take 24 hours. So like whenever you get a chance, just do that. Just go and push the live button on your YouTube and they'll set it up for you. Because otherwise, if we go to do it and you didn't do that, then you won't be able to do the live with me because they'll need 24 hours to set it up. Ooh, we're up to 5. Woohoo! Just relaxing. Brandon, hi! I'm so glad you're here. I was happy to see you in my comments today. I'm running slow. I'm running slow and too many lives to choose from. Oh, I know crocheting in the woods probably isn't as exciting as some of those other lives, but that's just the way I roll, relaxed. I'm glad that you did come in here though. I'm really glad to see you. We always have nice chats when you're here. Are you working on a project right now, Brandon? I guess Sunday is a pretty popular time to do lives. I'm printing an Amish Swift for Brenda at Knots and Loops. What's an Amish Swift? Sorry, I don't know what that is. I'll have to go check out that station and maybe I can learn what that is. Thank you, Brandon. I love the sounds too. It is just so peaceful here, and it's just a perfect evening. There's no humidity. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's in the low 70s. It might be in the high 60s right now because I have noticed it's cooled off since the sun's starting to go in. So it's just really nice. If anybody was wondering what was back there, we had to cut down some trees this winter because we had a few trees that were really tall next to our house, and they were not healthy, and we were afraid that a wind might blow them down and they would probably destroy our house. So we don't have any trees that are tall enough to reach our house anymore. But that's the lumber. That's some of the lumber that was from the trees. And then, I don't know if you could see, it looks like there's a mulched path here. The mulch is the people who tore down the tree actually mulched some of the trees. So we kept part of it, and my husband said he's going to cut that down for campfire wood. And then some of it was mulched, and we have the whole path leading into the woods mulched. And then my husband built this little station right here to store wood in for our campfires. So she's a lovely lady. I watch her lives. She needed something to help wind her hanks, and I told her I could print the Amish Swift for her. All right, cool. I'll have to check her out. That's not Brenda at Knots and Loops. That's not somebody that I know, but it's always nice to meet new people, so I'll go check her out. There was another station that someone recommended for me today. Was that you, the one who said that they had the dragon with the bag? That might have been you, Brandon. So I went and subscribed to that channel. So I'm glad I didn't start working on a dragon with a bag, since that already exists out there. I wouldn't want to copy somebody else's, even though I didn't know. I wouldn't want to copy somebody else's idea. It was you. So two new stations that you recommended to me in one day. That's pretty good. I'll get to meet some new friends. Hopefully. Sometimes the bigger channels don't have time for people like me, so I'm okay with that. I like anybody who wants to be my friend. I'm fine with that. If you're too busy, then that's fine. I'm subbed to so many creators. It's easy to do. I know I've been kind of subscribing to more and more people because you want to see what everybody's doing. Everybody's doing something unique, and there's something interesting about each one. Brandon said, I like the smaller channels, easier to have conversations and get to know. I agree. I totally agree with that. I don't know how many times I've tried to talk to people and they can't get, there's so many comments, they can't get to mine or they don't see mine. And so it's really hard to get to know people that way. I like to know the people who want to get to know me on my channel. I really like that. This is really what I like about having a YouTube channel. I really like the connections. I like being with people who are like-minded, and I like being able to bounce ideas off each other and get to know people. I mean, pretty much everybody that has talked to me, you know, who's on my channel, I would love to do like a crocheting club with them. I'd love to just get everybody together. Oh yeah, I think there's a lot of people who just lurked. Brandon said that they just lurk in those lives. Yeah, it's kind of what you have to do because nobody sees or hears you in them. I've been on a few of those and I just thought, I don't know. If there's like 500 people who are at the live, I pretty much don't go in anymore when it's that many people because but yeah, I've heard people, you know, complaining about not having good experiences and having people be mean to them, and maybe it's just because I'm a smaller channel, but I have not experienced that at all. I have loved every minute of having my YouTube channel. I love being able to talk to everybody. I love being able to see what everybody's saying in the chats. I really do just love everything about this. Brandon said, I'm subbed to a lot of small channels. One of my favorite is Totally Fierce Crochet channel. He's German and I've gotten to know him and taught him to make perfect granny square. That's awesome. So he was open to learning something new and to talking to you. And I think that's awesome. I think some people also want to be the teacher. It's good to be open-minded and to be able to learn new things. Everybody, whether you're the content creator or not, everybody has their own experiences and are good at their own things and can learn from others. I've learned a lot. I've certainly learned a lot and learned how to crochet better, learned how to knit better, just from being on the channel. Brandon said he gave me a shout out about the episode he put out. Oh, that's great. That's great. That has to be a good feeling to know that does he speak English? You said it's a German channel. I'll have to look him up too. Totally Fierce Crochet. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I do not sprechen Sie Deutsch. If he speaks German, I would need an interpreter. I have nearly 40 years crochet and almost 2 years knit. He does speak English. Okay, good. Totally Fierce Crochet. I want to remember that. Totally Fierce Crochet. I like those kind, like, I don't know if Jesse's still on, but I've gotten to know Jessie. You know, we get to chat with each other just in her chats and in lives. And, you know, Teresa from Critters Crochet, She's another one that I've gotten to know. We've exchanged phone numbers, so we text each other now too. It's been such a great experience for me, and I feel badly for people who don't share in having the same experience, because I look forward to it. You know, all week I look forward to being able to do this live. I look forward to being able to put videos out and interact with the people. And like, if you look at my videos, especially over the past 3 months, most of my videos haven't gotten more than 50 views. So it's all the people who do come, I really appreciate it. And I do like that we can get to know each other in the chats and stuff. Oh, Jessie's still here. Oh, good. Jessie said she's had a good experience too. I'm glad. Like I said, I do feel really badly for the people who get upset and say they have bad experiences and say that people are mean to them. I don't know. Maybe it's just because only my friends watch my videos, but I have not had any kinds of bad experiences at all. I've just had positive. And I really look forward to each video that I do. I look forward to each live because I've enjoyed this community so much. It's kind of my chance to do a crochet, like a crochet club or something. I mean, I don't think it's not technically a club, but I almost feel like that. You know, there is something I've wanted to do for years. I learned to crochet in 2003, I think, somewhere around there. And I always wanted to be part of some kind of like crochet club, but there was nothing like that around here. And I did think of trying to start one, but I never really followed through with that. I thought maybe I could go to the library or whatever. I've been subbed to Teresa since she was around 500 subs. That's nice. I feel like I've gotten, she gives pretty good interaction. I really enjoy that. We're doing that Battle of the Stitches collab together. I've been having a blast with that. There's not a lot of people who've been watching it, except for my friends. But I've really, really enjoyed that. I've had a lot of fun with it. Oh, you were in her first ever live. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, she's really nice. Jess from J-Hook Magic, same way, except she hasn't been putting out very many videos lately. I think she's just had a lot going on in her life. But she's somebody that I've gotten to be pretty good friends with from YouTube. Well, if you have anybody else that you really love, feel free to share. They'll be getting their own little shout outs that they don't even know about. Well, there's only 3 people in here, so it's not like there's going to be a ton of people who see it, but yeah, well, Brandon, looks like you have a ton of experience with crocheting. There's probably a whole lot we can learn from you. Do you put out content? I don't know that I ever looked to subscribe to you. That was really bad on my part. I should have done that. Because then I definitely want to sub to you if you put out content, as I'm sure you have a lot to teach. Brandon said, I'm working with the owner of our new LYS, Yellow City Fibers. They have a website and try to start different classes for crochet and knit. You're not in Pennsylvania, are you? I do not. I just interact and give advice to whomever listens. Aw. Well, if anybody's smart, they'll listen, because I think it's great for us to be able to learn from each other. Oh, you're in Texas. Oh man, I guess I can't go and join those little crochet and knitting groups. Might be a little far to drive. Well, I don't know how much longer I could stay out here because it's starting to get dark. I don't know if you could tell on the screen, but I'm having trouble seeing the stitches. So I'll probably just stay on like another 5 minutes and then head in. We've been on a little bit over an hour, so that's probably a good amount of time for crocheting in the woods. Oh, we have 3 in knit and 2 in crochet in addition to me. They are mostly newbies, and I spend a lot of my time helping them with their projects. It's a teacher role for you. You get to be the teacher. I'm sure they're glad to have you there to show them. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if you hear it, but there are some kind of police cars somewhere, or ambulance or something. Linda wants to know what age range they are. Oh, Jess is here. I was just talking about you. It seems like as soon as I start talking about somebody, they show up. We were talking about people that we ended up being friends with from YouTube, because I was just saying what a great experience it's been for me. Other people have said they've had not so great experiences, but I've had nothing but great experiences. I was talking about all the people I ended up being friends with, and Jess, you were one of the ones that I said I ended up getting to be good friends with. Oh, Brandon said they're trying to get some children's classes started for the summer, but mostly everybody's in their 40s and up. Brandon was talking about a crocheting group that they're in. What did you say? So that's why my ears were ringing? It must have been. That's so funny. Last week I started talking about, who was I talking about? I was talking about Jenna from Jenna's Stitches. And I hadn't seen her on in ages. And wouldn't you know, she, like, right after I mentioned her name, she popped into my live. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Linda said introducing the young ones to the art is so important. I watch passionate Kelsey because of her youthful perspective and being an entrepreneur. That's awesome. Right back at you, Jess. I love all the friendships that I've made. I mean, it's been really good. She does things with Crochet Ms. Daddy too. Oh, is that another channel? Is that the one that's the one that I subscribed to, right? That's the one you told me about with the dragon. Crochet Ms. Daddy. Yeah, that's the one that I crochet to, or that I subscribed to today. I recognize that name. I need to scroll up a little bit because I want to make sure that I can take a picture of some of those names that you said. I don't want to forget. Where were some of those names? I'm sorry if this looks strange because I'm touching the screen. Totally Fierce Crochet. I wanted to, there, I took a picture of that one. There was another one that you mentioned that I wanted to check out. Brenda at Knots and Loops. Okay. Jess asked what I was working on. So I recently got some banana fiber yarn. I was so curious about that. I don't know if you watched any of my recent videos, Jess, but I wanted to try it. They had it on sale, which it was still expensive, but because you only get 30 yards per hank of it. But I was so curious. I heard another content creator talking about the banana fiber yarn, so I had to try it. And oh, there's a bunny right next to me. Oh, it hopped away. I was going to see if I could turn the camera to show you, but it hopped away. It is very coarse, but it's like an anomaly. It's coarse but soft, and it's very roving, and it doesn't really lay nicely. It curls up. It definitely feels like hand spun, but you could see in some places it's really thin, and in other places it's really thick. So I wanted to make something with it because, you know, if I'm getting a yarn to show, I don't want to just show it and be done with it. I want to make something to show with it. So I'm working on a video. I started the video to talk about it and show it, and then I'm making a project with it. So I'm going to make a hat. Spoiler alert, I'm going to make a hat with it. If I can finish the hat tonight, I'm going to put the video out tomorrow. So I'm hoping that I can finish this hat tonight so that the video can go out tomorrow, but if not, I'll have to push it back until I can finish this hat. So that's what I'm doing. But man, whew. It's getting all tangled up on each other. It knits a lot better than it crochets, but it looks so much better crocheted than it does knitted. Here's how it looks. I want to try rose fiber. I primarily use renewable fibers versus man-made plastic fibers to reduce the microplastics in the ocean. That's a great idea. If you ever order from Darn Good Yarn, I have an affiliate link for that. It doesn't cost you anymore, but if you, Darn Good Yarn does a lot of eco-friendly yarns. So if you were ever ordering for them, if you wouldn't mind thinking of me to use the affiliate link, it just helps the channel a little bit. I wasn't going to promote that in a live, but since you brought it up, I just thought I would mention that. So I've never heard of rose fiber. I wonder what that's like. It seems like it would be silky, but I don't really know. Jess said that's cool. It kind of looks like a scrap project. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I was trying to think of the right way to say it, but I really love those hats that are chunky and have lots of little like fuzz fibers to it. But scrappy is a great way to describe. I love hats that are like that. That's what I'm making with this. So scrappy. Thank you, Jess. You gave me the word that I was looking for. Brandon says I have several other products. Awesome. Awesome. I like them so far. They sent me some free products. I put a video out about it. Because right now I'm affiliated with Darn Good Yarn and also another one called BambooMN, and they have some nice yarns too. They're a little, BambooMN is a lot more reasonably priced, but BambooMN has not sent me anything for free, but Darn Good Yarn has, because I think they want me to be showing stuff. So it's supposed to be softer and shinier than bamboo. I would love to see that. I'd love to see how that looks. Jess said, LOL, yes, me too. Oh, those are the kind of hats you like too. You are very welcome. Scrappy. Brandon said, I'd love to have some of Darn Good's silk to add to my spinning fibers. Okay. So do you spin yarn then? They sent the package that they sent me that was free had silk yarn. It was already pre-spun. I didn't have to spin it myself, but they sent me silk in that package. It was beautiful, beautiful. I have no idea what I'm gonna make. They sent me, I think it was 330 yards of it total, so it's not enough to make a shirt. Man, that would be a luxurious shirt though if I had more of that yarn and made it into a shirt. But right now I just kind of have it on my shelf behind me, not behind me now, but behind me in my yarn room, just kind of waiting for a project. I took a class last year on spinning yarn, and truthfully, when I spin yarn, it ends up looking like this, almost exactly like this. It gets all tangled and everything, so I have not become good at it, but it was a really fun experience. And I have here and there over the past, because it probably was about a year ago, it was like last August that I took the class, I have here and there picked it up and done a little bit of spinning just for fun, but I'm definitely not good enough to make my own yarn. I'm learning to spin, getting better. I know what you mean about their silk. I have 5 rolls and I just haven't found the right project yet. 5, you might have enough for a shirt. That's definitely what I would make if I had enough, but 310 yards is not enough to fit a shirt on this big girl. So I have to figure something else out or order some more. Maybe I'll just do that. I don't really know. We'll see. I'm not going to be ordering right now because I just ordered this banana yarns. Jess said, I would love to learn how to spin yarn. I like watching Crystal from Hook That Yarn's videos and her spinning yarns. She's really good at it. She's really good at it. She has a nice spinning machine though. I don't have a spinning machine. I have the hook that you would put the fibers on and then you spin the hook. So I guess it's harder to get consistent yarn when you just use the hook versus the spinning machines. But I looked up, and I don't know what kind of spinning machine Crystal has, but I did see that a really nice one, you know, one that's a really good quality, they can run like $1,000. And I suppose like if you are really good at it and you can make a lot of yarn, it's probably worth it. But for me, just to have it as like a little hobby that I do here and there, I didn't think it was worth it. So I thought, you know what, if I start spinning yarn a lot, if I start using my tool that I have and doing it a lot, maybe I'll look at investing in something like that. But I haven't been doing it enough that it would make it worth my while to do that. They have other spinning machines that are not as expensive, but it seemed like from what I read, if you're serious about it, you want to get one that's a really good quality. Jessie said, I'm hoping to learn how to spin one day too. Well, you could start off with one of those little spinning tools. I think it was only $30 for me to get that spinning tool. I'm not in my room, so I can't get it out to show you. But it's like there's a hook, and then there's a circle that the hook is hooked up to, and then there's just a handle for it. And you would hook the fibers up to it, and you spin it, and the fibers will spin together. So Brandon said, I believe the colorway that I have is called Energy. It's purple, fuchsia, and black. Ooh, that sounds pretty. The name of the one I have is Cinco de Mayo, and it is blue and orange, which sounds like it would be horrible, but it looks so pretty. It's a really, really pretty silk yarn, and I would definitely want to make a shirt out of it. So I have to think about it. If I, you know, really want to, I might just see if I can order more of it from them and turn it into a shirt. Brandon said, I'm using an EEW 6.1 from Dreaming Robots, reasonably priced. Nice. I don't know a lot about the machine, so I don't know like what's what. I just kind of did a little bit of researching as to what you would want, you know, like what you'd want to get, what would be, you know, a good thing to have. Drop spinning. Yes, that's what I have, is the drop spinner. I think that is what it's called, right? A drop spinner. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I got mine. I got a wooden one, and it was like 30 bucks. But I think that they have some that are even cheaper than that. They're just like plastic. I'm sorry, I'm getting bugs on my glasses. Ah, it's still there. So. There's some kids out in a truck just went past and beeped, and they're going nuts. All right, I'm starting to get eaten alive. So I'm gonna get going. It's also starting to get dark and I can't see what I'm doing anymore. So I really appreciate hanging out with you guys. It was so much fun. I like that we could have like this nice little intimate conversation and enjoy each other's company. I'm sorry, it went back to my glasses. It doesn't want me to see. Now it went up my nose. Okay. I'm going nuts here. I'll see you guys. Have a good night. See you next week. I'm going to plan another one next